Hey yo, it's your man's and them for the mausoleum reincarnated, just as hard-headed. 80 on representing underhanded Indiana with another edition of Do You Fools Listen to Music or Do You Just Skim Through It? Yo, my first two videos I was breaking down Remy Ma's bars. And this is the final edition of pretty much most of her catalog of music. Now, I did this one, I did this one. This is her early music, maybe Martin at the time. But now, let's go through this. The Terror Squad. True story. Remy Ma. Alright. You know, on the Terror Squad joint, it really wasn't too much. She said on the True Story album, she was like, song Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. I know an N named Eat It Out. He liked to eat it out. I just cooked in the crib, and he still want to eat it out. You know, that's Remy Ma's pen. You know what I'm saying? That's her pen game right there. So, there really wasn't too much recklessness on that album. So, let's go to the most anticipated, the mixtape right before her solo album dropped. She rapping over a Pharrell beat. She's like, I take a Chinese butt before a face like Buffy. So she was throwing shots at Buffy the body. You know what I'm saying? Throwing shots at Buffy the body. And you know, if I'm thinking correctly, DJ K. Slay's kind of the one who put Buffy the body on. You know what I mean? With the straight stunting magazine. So I don't know what that shot was about, but you know, she took a shot at K. Slay's, you know what I'm saying, protege, if you will. All right, she says, I ain't gay, but I get piped in the crib and I wipe my pee with the baby covers. Woo. I get piped down in the crib and I wipe my pee with the baby covers. Now, you know, she took it on that Jay-Z super ugly tip when he said he'll throw the condoms in the baby seat. She took it to that level with that bar right there. So, yeah, that's Remy Ma. And, you know, with Pap saying that he found her in the bed with the female and with the baby on the bed, you know, I'm assuming that the baby was asleep, but I don't know. You know, so when I heard that bar, it kind of hit me with the, you know what I mean? It had me scratching my head, if you will. So, she goes on to say on another song, I'm on some F your dead mother-ish. You know, on the dead homies, that's what she said. I'm on some F your dead mother-ish. Wow. Happy belated Mother's Day to Remy Ma, by the way. Your pee stinks and you suck mad D. And then she goes off into a frying pan rap. Ends throw their meat in you and you burn them like a frying pan. You know, throw their meat in you and you burn them like a frying pan. Then on the track called Let's Get It On. I'll do you chickens. I'll do you bees like I did that chicken lady duck. I'll do you bees like I did that chicken lady duck. That's a shot at Lady Luck, you know what I mean? Shout out to Lady Luck. You know, Lady Luck got back into battle rap, you know, but she never came to Chrome 23, you know? Yeah, I might want to do a rematch or something, you know what I'm saying? On the Arsenal freestyle, she says, I'll make it impossible for you to have a baby. You know, then what they saying, she did all that time for shooting somebody in the stomach. So, you know, this was before that, I'm believing. So she kind of prophesized her, you know what I'm saying, her little stint in prison, she kind of prophesized it. So, you know, that's crazy. So, yeah, then she had a song called No Bet Shit. Talking real crazy. I wear the pants in this relationship. I can cook and clean, but I like to fight. Papoose had to be around when this came out. He heard, you know, all the red flags. She was spitting red flag bars to him. I like to cook and clean, but I like to fight. Those are red flag bars, but he, you know, he ignored it, you know what I'm saying? He's just like, oh, it's just rap. You know, it's just rap. That's what he must have been thinking. It's just rap. Don't trip. I like to cook and clean. I can cook and clean, but I like to fight. And then at the end, she's doing, you know what I'm saying, a little outro. She's like, what do you mean, do I love you? I love all of you. You know, like, plural. Like, I got plenty of dudes. You know what I mean? Like the last video, she said, I got D in every part of the country. What do you mean, do I love you? I love all of y'all. You know? All right. So then we get to the Remy Ma solo album. You know? What do you mean, do I love all of y'all. I love Papoose. He's the block captain. Bars and hooks. You know? That's what. All right. There's a song called Tight, track 4. Fat Joe's on the hook. You know the piece tight. You know the butt's tight. You know, when to pull up to my bumper, baby. So, you know, Fat Joe saying the piece tight. The butt's tight. So, I don't know if Papoose was behind that song. I don't know. But Papoose, you know, Papoose has no, he ain't getting featured on none of the Terror Squad Remy Ma solo joint. That's strictly Papoose albums where Remy Ma jumps in like, hey, let me get a feature on your stuff. What about me getting on y'all? Nah, we TS. You and your thuggication, y'all over there. Me and TS, strictly TS. And that's how it was. So, all right, on the conceited song that Papoose claimed he wrote. Now let's dissect this song. Papoose, you claim you had some bars on this, right? You claim you wrote that one. All right, conceited. I don't need you. I see you when I see you. I mean, was Papoose pinning his own demise? Was Papoose pinning his own downfall with his marriage? I look too good for this necklace. All right. See, I peeped what he did there. he prenuptially co-wrote, you know what I'm saying? That was a prenuptial agreement through the ghostwrite. I peeped that. I looked too good for this necklace. So he's like, hey, she looked too good for this necklace. So if he was to pawn something, you too good for the necklace. That's smart, Papoose. Papoose is a smart dude. So you can't be on the video complaining about, oh, he's Papoose. You look too good for this necklace. You know, he got you. He got your ass. And then, I look too good. Hey, I look too good to be getting with. I look too good to be having kids. I look too good to be in the crib. So when she leave the crib, don't be coming home. Papoose, you claim you wrote that? You created a monster, bro. You created that Frankenstein. Allegedly. I look too good to be effing you. I look too good to be loving you. I look too good to be stuck with you. And you wrote that, Pap? You wrote that? You know, this is where you went wrong. Remy Ma's single should have been, I'm barefoot in the kitchen, pray. That's what you wanted. But nah, you got here talking about look too good to be having kids. But you wanted her barefoot in the kitchen pregnant. That's what you wanted, but you ghost wrote like she was, you know what? I'm strictly with the bars. I ain't getting all up in y'all business. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, the song On. She says, I kill all rats, tell lies, cheat, and steal. I kill all rats, tell lies, cheat, and steal. Papoose, was you in the booth like, fire? That girl spitting fire. I want to marry that girl one day. Make her an honest woman. Even though she kill all rats, cheat, and steal. You know what? I got out the hood, but the hood is still in me. She took pride in that one. You know what I'm saying? But before she spit that bar, she talked a lot of hood stuff, you know, eviction notices, and she was going off. That was a good line. But she said, I got out the hood, but the hood is still in me. So, all right. Now here we go. She got a song called Thug Love with Big Pun. She says, the brothers be like, what you doing with that spick? She said, don't you know Puerto Ricans and black make the cutest kids? Puerto Ricans and black make the cutest kids. She says, she's rapping the Big Pun. If we had a boy, I hope he's blessed with his father's D. Did Remy at any time see Big Pun's stuff? But she's rapping like she wanted to have puns, baby. You know, she always shouting out Pun, I miss Pun, and Pun put me on. Like she got... Her allegiance is with the Puerto Ricans, bruh. So if you saying you got, if she's, Remy Ma's latest video, she talking about you recording her, disciplining her daughter. She probably talking crazy to her because, you know, the baby ain't half Puerto Rican, you know. She might be going off on the little child, but I don't know. Just assuming, just putting it out there. I don't know. So She might hold it against y'all's daughter that she ain't half Puerto Rican. I don't know. I'm just saying. From the bars. But track 11. Secret location. I'm not gay, but F your body. I don't know. On the song by 13 bilingual. She's rapping in Spanish, but she raps in English to tell about how she'll do a male groupie all dirty and take a strap to him, and like she's rapping in Spanish, but she raps in English talking about how she'll violate a male groupie. And around this time, I had to source in XXLs. She was all in every single article talking about how she'll get a male groupie trying to get with her and tell him to bend over and violate him with the strap. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Every article. When she was coming out with this, you know, back in the days, you had the CDs and you had the Source magazines, the XXLs, and they did an article about you if you was about to drop. And she kept on talking about doing male groupies dirty with, you know what I'm saying, violating them. So there's that. Track 14. She's got a skit talking about yapping somebody. You know, somebody's telling her, yo, I need you to yap somebody. So, you know, and I think somebody in the family's in trouble for yapping somebody, but that's neither here nor there. Track 16, crazy. She's talking crazy. She says, I'm robbing a thief, effing a apist, marry an immigrant to help him get his papers. So there she go with it. You know, I don't know what immigrants he's talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's a Puerto Rican immigrant. Just saying. So on the last song, Still, she's rapping about her stepdaddy used to beat her. So, you know, she's been traumatized. You know, if y'all going to seeing a counselor, you know, I don't know what all y'all talk about, but she should have got some help from her stepdaddy, it sounds like. But the hood is still in her, you know. All right, now let's get back to this. Remy and Joe album. Plato o Plomo, as I call it, the Duck Bill Platypus album. All right, she's talking about on the song called Go Crazy. She had the song called Crazy on this one. She's talking about the thief and the apist and the marrying the immigrant so he can get his papers. So on this one, Go Crazy, she's talking about, I told him it's hurting. I told him stop, it's hurting. I told him no, but meant yes. I let him put his work in. I told him stop, it's hurting. I told him no, but meant yes. I let him put his work in. Now see, there's a lot of videos about relationships and, you know what I mean, men versus women. But this is reckless. That bar right there is reckless. That can get a man really caught up. Because you say, I said no. But you're saying you meant yes. And he put his work in, right? But a dude who heard no and up and left, you're going to say he's a lame and all this stuff. But that's another story. You know what I mean? And on the song Go Crazy, Remy Ma says, he started kissing on my friend, I started kissing her too. So it's no more no homo Dykeman bars. She's full blown bi-curious when she get with Fat Joe, right? So when she get with Fat Joe, she's bi-curious and up in Miami with the strippers and threesomes and whatnot. But all right, Fat Joe and Red. How could I forget? She's talking about throwing money on strippers now, right? Track 10, money showers. I ain't got no love for no end since what happened to Pun. I ain't got no love for no end since what happened to Pun. Pun overate. So how does Pun overeating got to do with another man getting some love? What, Papoose ain't supposed to eat? I don't know. That's what she said. Track number 10, money shower. So I don't know if she wants Pat to be anorexic, skinny. I don't know. But she ain't got no love for no end since what happened to Pun. I'm telling y'all, it's Puerto Ricans. That's who she loved. And another thing, you mean to tell me when she got out of jail, the first thing she do was this? You remember when Pac was in jail? That's like Pac getting out of jail saying, you know what, let me do an outlaw album. Let me do a thug life album. No, you know, she could have came out and did her and blew up. Because you know people think when you in jail, you writing all these dope rhymes. And anyway, she came out of prison, supposed to come out with an album, 7 Winters and 6 Summers or something like that. But she came out and linked up with the Terror Squad, Fat Joe. They cut the fat off Terror Squad and did the Dolo, you know what I mean? But anyway, all right, 11. Track 11, Too Quick. I really live what's in my music. I really live what's in my music. Too quick. That's what she says. And then the last song, Stephanie Mills Dreaming, she says, prison made me more aggressive. She says, I did 6 years, 4 months, and 5 days. 6, 4, 5. 6 years, 4 months, and 5 days. That's all Remy's bars, but hey. Now, Papoose. Papoose solo album. Like I said, no Papoose on the Terror Squad Remy Ma joint. But when Papoose drops some stuff, hey, let me get a feature, hun. Okay, babe. You know, the song, first one, what is it called? What's My Name? What's My Name? Papoose, Remy Ma. Caught me creeping with the next door neighbor. If it's love, it's love. She'll love me because it's all about cheating. It's all about cheating and forgiving and, you know. Caught me creeping with the next door neighbor. And then Remy come through talking about as soon as he texts, I'ma delete it. And the more you accuse me, I should have cheated. And I mean, why ain't you have a Jill Scott Remy Ma song? Let's take a long walk around the park after. Nah, y'all talking about cheating and infidelity, so there's that. Then he come out with another one. Michael Jackson, Remy Ma, Ty Dolla $ign. He come out talking about, shut up, don't speak. When she get on top of me, make me so weak. Janet Jackson, she like control. Yeah, she likes control. She says she wears the pants in the relationship. The neighbors know my name. Michael Jackson, I want to beat it. I want to eat it. You know, on this song, I love my man. By this point, we all know it don't even sound right. Y'all came in the game talking about cheating and creeping. And now on this song, Michael Jackson, y'all talking about love and eat it, and beat it. Hey, man. That's it, man. I can't do no more, man. I can't. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. Leave a comment, man. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it?